box out my fan base, no marks allowed. Hollywood star now, I'm a man of class. All these frail civilians ain't at my status. Get used to seeing me with the gold and leather. Your dream ends at never, my time is forever. I live a life with kings decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never amount to the price of my soul. Say I sold out the garden, I sold out all the merchandise, I sold you my soul. But you couldn't handle it, so I'm taking it back. It's going to a more worthy cause. The final boss, and the greatest of all time. John Cena.
Yo! Welcome to Sunday Night Football. Your host, Wally. All right, we're only going to probably play 2 or 3 games. I am not doing a 7-8 hour stream. That was ridiculous last night. But when you're having fun and you're trying to make things, get your gamer score, try to be the top dog around there is kind of hard. Let's get ready to play. All right. Don't forget, if you're a betting person, I would bet today Broncos, Donkeys, Broncos. Let's go Broncos tonight. It's just going to take it a minute to load. Just waiting on it to load. All right, here we go. That's what freaking takes so long. It just shows that the processor is not really that fast on this computer.
It's in the game.
Madden. All righty. Righty.
For billionaires and very investing files. While hardworking Tennesseans get a rough ride by cutting healthcare for Tennessee families.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela River, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Join Jeremy Bingham weeknights at 5 on WSMB4 for the Heartbeat Game.
26. Rodgers gonna put it up to get started. That's caught. Right at the outset, he lost the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run here with Barkley. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully...
And he's in. Branson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
What is Coach of message with you tonight about the challenge and what you got that?
On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And let's give him about 4 on that one. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the 6 big plays. The shotgun, it's A-Rock. He'll find his big target. Here's 1st and 10.
We saw some of the highlights. You can't just power the ball and just push this way. You've got to
on play action, Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First grab for Metcalf. Good for the 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early on. So this is going to be his first target. But it's going to be his last. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Moving left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. This one grabbed by Austin. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler first down. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers. Two-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
checked off the first 600 on my car insurance.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a two-point conversion. Steelers was unable to do so. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Shop Lowe's Black Friday deals all week for great deals across the store and online. Your choice offers and thousands of gifts under $50. Get more out of it, less.
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the
6
23.
clean greens. And it smells. It's not mint.
Going straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Keanu Benton there for the stop. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here with Saquon. He'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. That's good.
It's hard to say. The guy who got it right, or the guy who got it
Once again, it's Barkley. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. They'll lose a yard. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He's taken down just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he'll get back to midfield with no gain on that. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Entry for sure. 20 minutes.
And he will go all the way. Dallas Goedert, touchdown Eagles. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, this was never really the strength of my game. We're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Rodgers on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Fireman. And he'll be brought down around the 38-yard line.
That's the home and it all of them
First down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. They'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. That falls incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one, taken in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression.
Tomorrow, you'll see clouds and showers and can expect a high of 42 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 33
The
degrees.
result is a touchdown.
That'll be caught, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. To return is Xavier Gibson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike. It is because we don't see it very often.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Tweed.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. It is second and 9. Rodgers now. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Throwing, Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. A first down throw from Rodgers. This one complete to Hayward. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Steelers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Gibson now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Definitely want his ball. Okay, I'm still like, oh. Okay, now I can focus on something. You got this. Yeah, I got it. They kind of
On the ground, Barkley to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
I've been thinking things over.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Body his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Now it's Hurts. Got this one complete. And the three tight ends here on first and 10. Here's Barkley. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. That's down the field and taken in by Granson. And he will score. Kylan Granson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His second touchdown of this first half.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers, going for it all. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver falls incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Yeah, folks, I mean, you think about those defensive hands down around the field, and then now that quarterback has to step up. He's come up into the back alley.
On second down, a run. How about a reverse instead? No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Last year, that shows you how good they've been to play without him and still be
third and long for Hurts. Falling away, what a throw. He drops it in there. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a good run there. Get him 5 yards. From the 33, here's second down and 4. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead 4 yards. Derek Harmon in for the tackle. Third and short, Hurts will throw. He gets this complete to Granson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them the first down. On the ground, this is Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. They'll run. It's Barkley. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Hurts to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. Crazy. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Rodgers going up top again. This one grabs by Austin. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
He looks left. He came back to his fourth receiver and hit
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
That got so up there.
From the 44-yard line, here's second
The biggest one
and
is
6.
his feeling the pocket and not ending the pocket.
Once again, it's Bigsby. He's got that first down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
And he's seeing the field.
You know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So that's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up the first down.
Because he's going to respond the right way, and he had to respond the right way. Played better when he got his chance at the end of last year. He come back and he's a different player. And the way they keep going forward, he's strong. Right? He's stronger physically.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And he searches forward for a gain of about 5. They'll work now on second and 4.
11 game drive in the fourth quarter or overtime. They were able to
After a gain of a yard.
When I was a
The
player, so their
Steelers
coaches said,
used one of their
you got
timeouts
early
to
and
talk
back
things
to
over
rush
before third down.
and they didn't stop the run. So we don't stop the run as a defense all game. You got to deal with play action. Chris Sims just third and fourth down.
They'll drop the throw.
And not pass it. We have to know their defense as a defense, especially in breaks. They're not as good as their Panthers do that much.
Yeah, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And then Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. As the defense is nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on fourth down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So that's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Second and 11.
Look at chance the Bears are playing winning team.
Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And he is not going to get away. But it will set up third down. Third down, they go with Bigsby. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. And you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage. And, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Yeah, because he's not going to say it's everything. If he did say it, he'd go.
New customers get your backwards.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming. Now Hurt. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down.
Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
I live for a fancy dinner where I don't have any idea what I'm eating, but what I really love is 6 times. Just take your point from me. I love you more than all the stars in the sky. And slightly more than all the points I'm earning. City Style performance rations. That's the point. Thanks, Davis, to provide soothing, well-medicated mixed flavors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Thanks, Davis, and try Rainbow Shower Max for steamy mixed flavors.
Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday. So be the first to snag Lowe's doorbuster deals and your choice offers before they're gone. Get more holiday for less. Sunday night kickoff. Sometimes you just
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on themselves. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from a snowy Philadelphia. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 50.
Definitely the move comeback. That's one thing he's been able to do. He already led the team from 8 comeback in his young career, and that's the most by a quarterback in their first 2 seasons. And about the competitive nature of the young Bone Knicks. He said I love the guy. Line one competitive. Last year training camp, I go out there and watch practice. After their walkthrough, we get involved in throwing competition. The quarterback coaches, I'm involved in this thing. The first guy who gets out, Bo Nix, the starting quarterback, the captain of their team, he gets knocked out. And I swear to God, he walked out of the bubble when we were doing this thing like he was a 12-year-old kid. His head was down. He was walking out like this. And they kind of gathered himself and came back in. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I kind of like that. You know, it means so much. Whatever he's doing, it means so much to him. Sean Payton will say that they kind of have the same personality. And for me, it shows up in all these big moments in the fourth quarter. He's a natural competitor. He loves the moments. He loves to compete. He's mentally tough. He went to Auburn. They didn't even want him. His dad was a star there. He goes to Oregon, plays really well there, right? He's got no weaknesses from his game. He's Drew Brees Jr. You really look at it, and Sean Payton, for a play caller like him, goes, wait, I can throw it short. I can throw it deep. I can call quarterback runs. I can move him and he can throw it that way. And I think that's what's really impressive to me.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The game speeds up again. Up-tempo, the end of the game, you kind of know what to expect from the defense. The best for defense from the season, he can go past. So I do wonder, do they say, hey, how do we bring the end of the second quarter and the end of the game? That's a good game.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a nice run to start out. Good job on the first play of the game.
He doesn't have
I
negative
think every
play
running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He connects downfield to Dobson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. So the Eagles, who use their first time out here, will be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And it really starts with the blitz pickup by the guys up front. I mean, the defense, they sold out. They're trying to get home. The offense is ready. They end up using their aggressiveness against them, and they pick up a nice game through the air.
And no chance for turning to go. That one good for just a couple. They face second down and 7.
Again,
Hurts. Complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first point of this game as they set up first and goal. To the air again, Hurts. They're called in at the 2, and he'll take it on in.
It's funny, Mike, I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their weight, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling. So early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Now Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 4. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And it will really track him down inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. They'll try to drive forward. Into these conditions. Give them about 5 yards. Once again, it's Barkley. Face to run. Inside the 20.
It's not often in the NFL that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play. And that results in a big touchdown. So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try. Execution was just a little bit off, and it's going to work out in their favor this time around.
on the MRI. Now, we showed you a couple of controversial passing interference calls.
For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Remember this, though. If it goes over the goalpost, it is not reviewable by rule, but that's something that the Colts and their fans definitely will be talking about this
On
week.
1st and 10, it's Barkley. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Laying out, and he made that. What a play.
This is the biggest play of the ball game right here. Folks are staying there. The ball comes out. Picked up dancing on the streets of Buffalo, baby.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. To the goal line and in.
At this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. And when you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. And his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. 1 quarter in the books. 14-6 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10.
I was really surprised by this result. Right tackle out, left tackle out. Go to Pittsburgh against those rushers outside. I didn't think they would be able to move an inch. That's the defense ready to show up, and then Buffalo's defense.
But here comes the reverse. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to come to the right.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
The defense rolls out bits and pieces to them and put it all together.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That is caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up with 1st and goal. Play moves them down to the 1.
Thanksgiving just passed. How best football now because if they draw Isn't it
Barkley.
amazing seeing Taylor Giants on Monday?
Trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he's going to come up short. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. McFly, get this one complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. He was stopped on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal from the one. Saquon. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Eagles will now make it an 11-point game. It's 17-6.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
It'll be brought down just 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 63. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean.
Get 0% APR for 60 months. But 0% for 90 days. Visit today.
All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and end it. I was only just going to do a couple of games. Yes, I lost. It doesn't matter. We'll pick it up again, probably tomorrow evening, probably tomorrow late. Thank you, everybody, for watching, as usual. Thank you for supporting. And don't forget, too sweet.